Obama and McCain. I don't even think McCain has a chance simply because he's just got bad marketing people. He doesn't have. You know, Obama's got logos and slogans and words and what's McCain's logo? It's the closest thing he's got is just grrr. He needs something. He needs a slogan. You know, just anything like John McCain, old is the new hope.
There's a great quote that we have in our book from a guy named Andrew Ferguson, who's a conservative journalist. He said something like, I never saw Heifetz play the violin, I never saw Ben Hogan at a 5-iron, but I've seen John McCain work a reporter.
In his particular case, they decide, you know, he's a war hero and he must be, you know, and McCain people played upon that, so he must be the guy that tells the truth and fights the fight and all that. Not cool at all. And so, you know, they didn't report it then, and then they claimed a bunch of people thought, well, it's old news now. It's not old news when you call your wife the C word in front of 5 guys.
It's timeless.
I don't know. Well, the media is so awful. It's always, sometimes they'll cover something important and then they'll switch to like a missing little kid. One kid went missing. You know how many people go missing in America on average every day? I don't know, but I bet it's a lot. I bet it's a lot.
It's an interesting thing. I've had conversations with conservatives who think that John McCain is some kind of secret liberal, and you ask them why, and they say, well, look at the way the media was. He must be a liberal.
Yeah.
And what they don't get is that there's nothing ideological about it. It's that he has basically charmed them, and they have this kind of collective man crush. And it comes from a lot of...
Yeah, look at this. There's like so much...
I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
That hug is so close to that.
Yeah, but we got, 100 years of war. That might be too much.
Talked about how, yes, McCain has flip-flopped on immigration, taxes, and all these other things, but we know that there's a line he won't cross. Why do we know that? Because of what happened to him 40 years ago when he was being tortured.
I'm not trying to be offensive. If there was a senator or Wolf Blitzer was like, we need a president who can sit really still in a bamboo cage for 4 years while being guarded by the Vietnamese, I'd be like, fucking McCain, that guy. He can totally do it. He's so good at doing it. He's doing it now. Oh, he's just taking a nappy. But that's
I think it's a real personal thing with reporters that they just know the McCain that they know, and the guy who has charmed them and brought them back on the back of the Straight Talk Express and drank with them and had this wonderful time. We just know what a fantastic guy he is. So when he does those things that they skewer other politicians for, when he flip-flops and he panders, they say, well, that's not what it's tearing him up inside. And we've seen people write that is almost to the word that yes, he does these things, but he just has to, and we know it's killing him. But once he can get past this period of the campaign, the primaries, gets into office, then the real McCain will come roaring back.
And people say, well, he's not really a maverick, but in a way he is, because he voted against a day for Martin Luther King, and he voted against equal pay for women. Nobody's against those things. He's a maverick. He is. It's amazing.
Just say, through a lot of what's gotten out about my book and how the C word story and things like that, a lot of it was YouTube videos, intelligent video, blogs, a lot of places.
Don't ever believe that you can actually have an impact, because we have so many different opportunities to affect what other people think.
And the other thing you absolutely need to realize, and I'm not sure this, but I've been told this, is that every time you buy a copy of my book, the angel gets their wings.